Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
This year in football, we've seen a lot of, or not a lot, but we've seen a very different turn of events than we expected. If you are the coach of the, let's see, who got spanked the worst? I'd like to say the Cowboys did.
Yeah.
You're the coach of the Cowboys. You go back in that locker room. What are you saying to your team?
I mean, I'm not a huge Mike McCarthy fan. So if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm firing Mike McCarthy. He's going to keep him on for another year, and then maybe go after an old timer like Bill Parcells, because I guess he's got the best record ever. I think he might be a little rigid too for the modern NFL. I think his time has passed. So I'm not, if I'm Mike McCarthy, I'm like, he's got to make the change. Mike McCarthy's got some changes to make. He's sloppy in certain areas. Clock management is horrendous. And then when it comes to big games, he's not there yet. Maybe he was in the past, but he's going to need to get more on point, especially under more pressure situations. Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
What are some common issues you see with pro athletes more so than you see with, like, college or, younger athletes?
Now it's changing, because some of the college athletes can, get sponsorships and money and so on. But, with the pros, the contracts are issues, right? So it gets a little complicated with agents and contracts and just making sure that you're taking care of yourself that way, negotiating those things.
Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
If a athlete feels like his career is sort of plateauing, how do you help them sort of get through that?
Well, plateauing can occur anywhere, and so I like to help people change their states, revitalize their energy. So breath work, meditation, most of these athletes are exercising really well, but their relationships can affect their level of proactivity and their plateauing nature, right? Meaning, you can get to a place where if you're eating poorly or drinking too much or partying too much or just not really paying attention to your energy level at the next level, then you're going to plateau. So really it's about enhancing your focus and enhancing your energy field.
Jeez. Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
What would you tell a kid who has it? They have the talent, they have the looks, they have it all, but they don't quite have the mental game yet, and they think they don't need a sports psychologist?
If they think they don't need a sports psychologist, they'll find out at some point they might need one, right? I mean, look, I'm coaching a pro tennis player now, and his parents, got him started with me maybe 9 months ago or something, or 6 months ago. It took 3 or 4 months for him to fully embrace my philosophy and what we're up to and to embrace the mental game. And now he gets it. So sometimes it takes a little while that's the art of my end of the equation, is to kind of motivate them to understand, how and why this is so important. If they're not ready, they're not ready. So some kids just aren't going to be ready, and that's okay.
Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
You talk a lot about mindfulness, visualization. What role does that play in bringing someone from, a D3 to a D1 and then to college or to pro?
Yeah, so one of the D3s that I coach has gotten more and more ambitious, and he wants to get drafted. Some D3s can get drafted, right? That's going to require next level of focus, commitment to excellence. But in his case, we got to make it playful again, because he's so determined. He's gotten overly serious. So paradoxically, you still want to make the process fun.
Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
Aside from physical skills, what mental skills separate good athletes from great athletes?
Mostly in what I call enhanced focus, the ability to hone in and focus intensely, and yet not overly intensely. It's an intense, relaxed focus. It's paradoxical, but the ability to hone in and drop in the zone, and that is unique to top athletes and to people that train their minds.
Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
Games aren't actually long. How do you encourage athletes to get right back into the moment?
Well, that's part of your journey off the field for on the field, and vice versa. Everywhere you go, you're training your mind. So we're bringing our focus back into the moment by breathing, observing, and or communicating. This kind of process is something that we're doing everywhere in life. You go on a date, you're training your mind, right? You're having a conversation with your mom, you're training your mind. So wherever you go, I'm inviting people to train their freaking mind. So when they're on the field, it's just easier.
Hey, Dr. Brett.
Hey, Ashley.
How do you teach athletes to become more disciplined and balanced about their eating without being obsessive and disordered about it.
Yeah, and that's a process and a journey, Ashley. It's not something that happens overnight, but you're gradually replacing garbage with less garbage and eventually making healthier and healthier choices. As you do that, your focus will be enhanced. As your focus gets enhanced, it's reinforcing. So as your habits get better and better and better, you're going to enjoy yourself more.
Hey, Dr. Bradley.
Hey, Ashley.
You just get out of college. It's your first spring training. It's your first, camp. It's your first whatever. What are you telling this kid going into it?
Well, the key is to have fun, because otherwise it could be too much pressure. So there's often a tendency to put too much pressure on yourself as a top athlete. It could be as a business person, it could be anywhere in life, but the higher you go, the more the pressure is. And so you want to remember to enjoy the moments and enjoy the process as well, and make it fun along the way.